So currently, 78% of the entire country of England is now in a tier 4 lockdown, which means businesses are closed. We cannot see our friends and family, and they've just recently closed our schools indefinitely. And yet today, on the morning news, our Prime Minister has just come out to say things are about to get a lot tougher in the next few weeks. And he wouldn't say the words tier 5 lockdown, but he acknowledged that that's basically what's going to happen in the next few weeks. So if you thought it was bad, it's about to get much worse. What does that look like? Well, maybe it means curfews like we've seen them do in Australia. Maybe it means back to this 1 hour of exercise outside your house per day. Maybe it means that all restaurants, takeaways will be shut down. And who knows? Maybe there's more coming on top of that. And when we're hearing this all in January, as we start a new year, as we're looking to our children who are going to be denied an education, as we're looking at our younger generation who have been denied any hope for the future, and as we watch all of these businesses around me close down, being decimated, jobs being lost, entrepreneurs going out of business, and our economy in a total shambles, you've got to just step back and ask yourself a question. Does this make any sense? Is this the right thing that we're doing here to shut down the entire system, to break down the economy that pays for all of this, that pays for this massive NHS service, in order to drop that R number, as they say, or drop those cases which are 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 a day? I don't even know what that number means. I just don't know what that number means. I know it's going up, and I know that mainstream media and the government wants me to panic and get scared where I don't make intelligent decisions anymore, and they say, do this and go that way, and I say, okay. And if everyone else is doing it, I guess I comply. But it doesn't make sense. Suicides are at a 20-year high. The national depression rate is double of what it was in February pre-lockdown. We are facing a mental health crisis of massive proportion. We are in a massively decreasing economy here, GDP down 11.3%. And every day we're in lockdown, it's going to take 20 or 30 more days to get back to where we were before. Now is not the time, in my opinion, to be locking down further. Now is the time to find a way to live with this virus. This is about control, not elimination. This is about protecting those most vulnerable, which, as you can see from the vaccine rollout plan that we've seen proposed by the current mayor, it starts with the older folks first. Why? Because those are the most vulnerable. So yes, we protect them and we get the healthy people out to make sure that there is an engine here that can support and protect those elderly and most vulnerable. And we saw that article that came out in the Sun this week that I quoted. Only 388 deaths of people under 60 like me that were healthy were recorded in hospital that were COVID related this year. 388. So you can take your 55,000 new cases per day and explain that number to me. That number says this: the older you are, the more vulnerable you are, period. That is the main metric. And it's not a factor of 1 or 2. It's a factor of hundreds or thousands of times more vulnerable. We need to protect these people, but shutting down the whole economy, shutting down our education system, it's just not the right answer. And we all know this deep down inside, but we've been trained like dogs into this narrative. They blow a whistle, we jump. They say, and we say how high, and that's what this has become. And it's frustrating to me. So please leave your comments below and tell me what you think. I'm personally frustrated because I see ways out of all of this. I've had the top scientists, top doctors, top nurses, Nobel Prize winners on my platform. I've had probably more intelligent conversations with better-minded people than our Prime Minister and the current Mayor of London on my platform. These are all available publicly to watch, by the way. And they've told me there are solutions here, and they've told me what we're doing is the wrong solution. So I'm curious for your thoughts. I think we need new leadership. I think we need science-based decisions. We need a proportionate response to this virus. That's not what this is right now. Locking us up is not the way to stop the spread of the virus. Even the WHO says that. Lockdown was never a tool to stop the spread of the virus. It was a tool to protect the NHS, which the statistics show is actually not necessary. Yes, they are overwhelmed, and they are overwhelmed every winter. And that's true, and we want to give them as much support as possible. But again, it's something used to scare you into a certain type of behavior that's not going to end up benefiting us in the long run. So please leave your comments below. I'm curious what you think. I think we can take London, the UK, and the whole world in a new direction. I think we can make some intelligent, science-based decisions and show the world how this does. That doesn't mean we don't have to make tough decisions. That doesn't mean that people won't die. People die every day, and we need to find a way to minimize that and maximize our future. And that's what I'm talking about.